I didn't enter a competition for the first 12 years of my flying career because I believed that they were elitist and that I just wasn't good enough. But my friend Dave Cooper persuaded me to come along to the British Open Series and have a go. Now, from the first moment I arrived in Wales at that first competition back in 2011, I was made to feel welcomed and part of the team. I entered the club class, which set a shorter task than the main class, and on the first day I got to go. I then foolishly decided to immediately switch to the main class because I thought it's just too easy. And then I didn't get to goal after that for years. And that was my introduction to the British Open Series. I discovered that it helped me to connect with other pilots and it really accelerated my cross-country flying skills. But the British Open Series isn't just about competition. First and foremost, I think it's a training camp. It's a learning ground and somewhere where you can safely learn and practice cross-country flying along with other pilots who are all doing the same thing as you. And all the worries that you've had about how do I get back to my car after a cross-country, they're all taken care of because you helped with that retrieve. Now, the biggest fear of when do I leave the hill? Am I high enough in this thermal? Where do I go next? All this is so much easier when you're flying with other pilots who all also just want to go cross-country. You just follow them. When they start leaving the hill in your thermal, you just go with them. They keep climbing and away from the hill, you go with them. And then where do you go next? What direction to fly in? Just go with those other pilots. Follow them and work out where they're going and why. And if you don't get very far, it really doesn't matter. You land, you call your retrieve, and you meet up in the pub afterwards where you relive your flight and you find out what everybody else did differently and what a fantastic day everybody had, including you. So you get to meet, you get to fly with and get advice from some of the best cross-country and some of the best competition pilots in the country. You get organised events such as parachute repacking and lectures with cross-country tips on the non-flying days. You also get cross-country tasks that are set to your level of flying, and you get all the advice and all the help that you can want. And most of all, you get the camaraderie of flying with lots of other like-minded friends who will all welcome you with open arms. Some people worry about flying in company with others. It's too crowded, or I don't like flying in a gaggle. Well, the British Open Series is about the right size that you can fly with other people, but it's not so crowded that it's scary in the air. There's plenty of room for everybody. Now, it'll take you to some of the best flying sites in the country, from the Long Mynd to the Blorenge in South East Wales and Glencoe in Scotland, which is an amazing 3,500 foot mountain with the most spectacular views. If you haven't been to the Boss before, get yourself registered. You need a pilot rating to enter, but there's also a guided cross-country for pilots who are club pilot rating, so it is an ideal place to take those first steps into doing cross-country. If you have been to the Boss before, but not recently, then get yourself registered. Let's revive that fun and that camaraderie that comes from the best hang glider flying there is, a cross-country adventure over the beautiful British landscape. Now, I've put the details of the Boss events in the description below, so have a look and get yourself signed up. There's currently an early bird sign-in, so if you register this weekend, i.e. the weekend when I'm posting this video, then I think you will get that early bird bonus. So hurry up, and the first British Open Series is on the 10th of May in South East Wales. Get yourself signed up or just come along from the crack and I'll see you there.
Oh, I pulled that off.